Hello and welcome back to Jammy Dodges on Little Ghosty Games channel. We are returning to our adventures in the depths of looking up at space from the planet where we are in Berryfields at the moment because we've not gone to space yet. I am JTation64 and I am running three, in fact, brave, maybe foolish adventurers through a soon-to-be wonderful adventure out in currently in the world, or in the town of Scrumberry. But let them introduce themselves. Over to you
guys. So I'm going to have a complete mind blank on my actual name, Ghost of Sunny, and I'm playing Basque in the game, who is a Tabaxi Ranger.
How's Basque found the most recent exploits?
Slightly distressed meeting Space Badger / Alan Sugar, but otherwise, kind of, yeah. Oh, good. I think he's excited to go skipping through the Scrumberry fields today.
And we also have with us Amadan.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
We're seamless here on Little Ghosty Games.
I'm playing Jomp. I am a kobold sorcerer, and I'm looking very much forward to getting some scrumberries so we can make some delicious pies. Hopefully we won't give too much to that peach fellow.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he got called
Peaches. Peaches.
And the one who coined the term peaches. Well, maybe not
originally. Hello. Oh yeah, maybe. No, I actually named Peaches. 42 years ago, no one knew what they were.
Baptized in peaches.
Mm-hmm. I am RevTed, RevTed for short, and I play Rusty the Man, who is a human monk. Should know by now. It's only been like 6 hours. Who is seems to have an addiction to the pastry-based products after last week.
It's spiraling. It seems to be getting worse. But you guys have been doing wonderful things around the city, making an impression, winning the Dodger games aboard the Star Strider, and then cruelly having it taken away from you. And last week you found out a little bit about why. Does anyone remember how and why you weren't able to become the Dodgers that you deserve to be?
I think we were just too beautiful. It was
too cute.
We shone too bright.
Yeah.
Oh. And Travis is just a real rotten peach.
He is.
Yeah.
Corruption of the highest order.
Old Travis, he's just plying his trade. He's gone a little bit New Zealand for some reason. Wasn't intentional. But yes, having learned that the main reason they did not get to succeed in their original attempts at becoming Dodgers was because of a figure called Travis, who seems to have a little bit of control over goings-on down by the docks in the town, maybe. And in his warehouse, you met him and he offered you a deal. He has asked you to infiltrate the Moon Dancer, a ship that has come to port several times and he has failed to get his get any contacts on, get his claws into. And you three, he decided, are in a unique position to be able to get in there because you are friends with Miss Flowerpenny. And Miss Flowerpenny is one of the only contacts that the captain of the Moon Dancer, Elena Sartell, will deal with. So you have decided to take some... Well, I think you were advised, maybe, to take some jam over there.
Mm.
But Travis's vice-like grip on the jam industry of Scrumberry means that it's very hard to get hold of some. And so instead, you have decided to go out and get the ingredients for your own. Miss Flowerpenny told you needed to get a couple of pails of scrumberries, some honey from the sweetwood, and if you're able to, if you can get hold of some of the hushrooms, you can also get some valuable ink and earn a bit of top dollar. which is
Money.
the fantasy currency in this world from now on. It's called top dollar.
Top dollar.
Yeah.
TD.
Got his humany claws. He sharpens them. It's his pastime. Got nothing else to do, have I? So, as we left our 3 brave heroes, which we're going to have a quick look at now. Here we go. We were heading on out to the fields. There is the vast Scrumberry fields just beyond the city of Scrumberry, beyond which is the Sweetwood. Beyond that are the wild fields where the Scrumberries grow wild. So depending on what you guys want to do, where you want to go to, we left you. I think was Basque carrying Rusty, or was it the other way around? I can't remember. Someone was carrying someone.
I was injured.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, because you met Flapjack as well. The
Oh yeah.
surprisingly nimble, rather girthy ship crew member of the Moondancer, who picked you up with his delicately picked you up, and where his fingers and thumbs picked you up, you little tingle, little rusty tingles, as we'll call them.
Rusty tingles.
Rusty tingle.
A certain rusty tingle.
But yes, you guys are heading over the horizon and off into the countryside. So, what is the plan for securing your goods on your adventure? You've got a few different options. What are you thinking you might do?
Well, we can either go Scrumberry scrumping, or we can go to the wild fields. That sounds quite interesting.
The wild scrumberries.
Wild scrumberries. And where do mushrooms grow?
Would we know that?
You can all 3 of you give me a nature check if you know about the world of Scrumbles.
Oh, well, there's no point.
Oh my word! Nat 20.
Nat 20 from Jomp.
I got a 19. Yeah.
Do I need to roll still?
Yeah. You always want to see what all the rolls are.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do we get from Basque? 7 from Rusty, 15 from Basque, and Jomp got nat 20. Was it total of 20, was it?
No, I was in that 10 to 20. The total is 19. I'm not very clever.
But you do know about these mushrooms.
I know about mushrooms. Hushrooms. Sorry.
The mushrooms, called hushrooms, are, grow likely to grow in the woods and in the wild fields. They're not likely to grow in the cultivated farmlands. They look like little white mushrooms, and you've seen them maybe around town. People they look like regular. They're not called portable. What are little mushrooms called? Button mushrooms. People squeeze them, and ink comes out from underneath the frills underneath.
Isn't there a mushroom called like an inky cap?
There is. They don't look like that.
Sorry.
Don't make
So
me
we
think
can
of Pinky Cap.
Like these are mushrooms, they're different. Completely different.
They have no basis in reality, thank you. I'll have none of your real world logic here.
They look like mushrooms, they taste like mushrooms, they smell like mushrooms, but they're tomatoes.
Dear. Mushrooms, no, they won't be growing in farmers' fields. Only in wild places.
Well, I don't know about you, but the mugs around my way go organic mad. So maybe we should go for the wild ones. They could be a bit more juicier, maybe, a bit more exciting. If you could call mushrooms exciting.
And we can call in on the Sweetwood and get some honey.
Oh, aye, mushrooms beat Sweetwoods as well. Sweetwood sounds sweet. What's going to be wrong with the Sweetwoods, do you think?
Do we need a permit, or can we just rock up? Or...
So you will know that you would need permission to go into the farmers' fields. But the berry land, like the wildlands beyond the Sweetwood and the berry lands beyond, anyone can go there. It's fine.
Right then. I think I got everything I need. Got
Well,
me
we got
back.
the sacks, haven't we?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, is this where we're
Are
going?
you planning on putting me down, Jomp? Or I mean, I'm quite happy up here. So don't bother me. You know?
I can put you down.
Oh, is it Basque that's got me?
Yeah.
I'm tiny.
I would love to
very,
see
very
Jomp
small.
carrying Rusty there. That'd be...
I give it a go.
Like an inverse pyramid.
We must be. I think we must be getting pretty close to these mushrooms. I'm hallucinating. But yes, I shall use my own 2 feet.
Cool. So, as you guys are walking along, the trails that lead out from the town of Scrumberry are fairly well worn. They're not major metropolitan roads, but lots of carts travel coming in and out. It's not easy going, which is why the port is the main kind of transport hub in the town. It's getting there by land. It's a lot of traveling, and all of the kind of the lands nearby you can see have been walled off and fenced off from Scrumberry fields, all being grown and cultivating in these little kind of farmlands at either side of the road. You see bushes filled with them, just kind of like just to your left and to your right, as you guys go moseying along. And do you want to do some perception checks as you're making your way along the roads?
It looks so wholesome and picturesque. I'm like, oh, I could just.
It
could
is
go to-
glorious, isn't it?
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Oh,
Perception,
very,
we said.
very, very bad.
Another one.
20. But a dirty 20.
2 dirty 20s. Very nice. Very, very good.
And a 3.
And a 3.
You know all about them. You just can't see them.
We're stood in front of Jomp, so all you can see is like the back of our knees.
As you are making your way along the roads, you do see maybe down one of these little, like kind of an off-shooted road, one of the scrumberry plants has grown up over the wall and is leaning heavily into this little side road that leads off somewhere to the distance, to the horizon. And it is heavily loaded with very juicy looking scrumberries.
Why
Are
have we
they in
stopped?
somebody's field?
They're growing out of the field and over the road.
I mean, dibs.
We're just walking past, they fell into the sack. What's the problem? Surely this road is public domain, is it not?
As far as that kind of law exists, it very likely is. So are you guys going to go and investigate the large bulbous overgrowing scrumberry plant that goes over the tree plant, over the road, sorry?
Yeah, I think so. That bush looks as good as any, doesn't it? I mean, we've walked at least 5 foot, so I don't think we'd have found any better, to be honest.
You're saying investigate. Like, I feel like Basque is just basically like,
Just going straight for it.
let's do this. No time to muck about.
Cool. So as you guys go over, and there's basically an archway of these berries. Do you want to do some survival checks for picking berries? See how many you get.
You die picking berry.
If this is a mimic, I'm going to be so mad at you.
Every berry is a mimic. You've now got a bag full of mimics.
How complex could a mimic copy? Could it mimic a bush with moving leaves and things? Oh.
I think as soon as you went for one leaf, it would be game over.
Are we about to find out?
Yeah. That's no bush.
So what's everyone got?
18.
Ooh, nice.
16.
21.
Oh, wow, you guys are all over it today. And yeah, you managed
Against the
to capture a capture. They're not trying to get away from you. You managed to pick and forage basically a pailful, like half the amount you need of these berries from this.
Oh wow!
As it's starting to grow a bit bare from when you've done it. You do hear very as you are kind of finishing the thingy though, you hear a rustling in the tall berry bushes coming from inside the farmland, rushing towards you.
Oh, maybe we should back away from fence.
It's only a bush. What's it going to do?
Dunno.
Oh, we'd be fine. We'd be fine. Look, we've done what, a third, a quarter?
Of what?
Picking the bush, the berries.
Oh. I'm gonna back away from the wall. I can't see over it. I can just hear something.
Rusty's gonna be very deep in berries.
There's Rusty's buried deep in the folded over plant, and Jomp backs off. Basque maybe on the road. You see bursting out of the tall, kind of. It's not quite grass. It's kind of like grass with berries on it at the end, like almost like long stalks, with like heavy berries on the end, kind of like make it lean over. Bursting out of that, you see a gruff, very disgruntled, bony-looking human face who says, "What are you doing out here?"
So I can hear a voice.
Did he come with us? Is he one of us? Is he? I don't recognise him.
He starts clambering like very slowly, awkwardly over the wall. He's clearly wearing like overalls and braces, kind of like he's like one step away from having a straw hanging out of his mouth with like a wide brim hat and stuff.
Can I tell him, or can Bass tell him, we are here from Scrumberry, and we are maintaining the roads, and it is important that we keep the roads clear. Is this your bush, sir?
Can you give me a deception check, please, Bess?
Deception.
Yes, please.
I don't know why I keep trying to deceive people. Oh no!
Oops.
What have we got?
I think Faith has answered for you.
0.
And he just looks at you, and Rusty still, I'm guessing, picking away at berries.
Yeah, with his mouth.
Don't you give me any of that clap. I know berry pickers when I see them. You can tell him he'll have his when I'm good and ready. You can't have any of them. And he kind of points towards the ones that you've been picking.
Well, I don't know who, him, who, them, and what are, but, you know, whoa, what's going on here? You know, you jump out of a bush, giving it the Charlie Big Potato, and all we're doing here is clearing the eminent domain of this road of your overgrown bush. Do you know how many violations that is? So wind your neck in, get back over the bush wall, and let's talk about this like two humans.
You are two humans. You're the only two humans in the conversation.
I was counting. I just considered it.
And he'll be a little bit taken aback by your sudden outburst, Rusty. Well, so you're not with his batch.
I'm not with anyone's badge, mate. What do you take me for? I'm a straight-up country boy. Don't just go calling people things like that. There's rules and regulations for this kind of thing. Have you got a permit to put this field here?
That's just their like classic Billy Big Potatoes. Like.
Well, of course I've got. This is my land. This is my farm. And those berries you're taking there are mine as well. I'll have you know.
What, is this road yours? Hang on. I can't see your name on it.
He gets a stick and starts. No, I'm not going to do that. But maybe, if you're not working for Travis, then what are you guys doing out here? Unusual folk such as yourselves. And looking at the little kobold and the large tabaxi.
You're incredibly judgmental for a bloke that lives in a bush in a field. People like yourselves. I think we got off on the wrong foot here. This is Jomp over there, the little large dragon inside. This is Basque, the fairy kitten that's quite big. And I'm Rusty Deman. The name says it all. You probably heard of me if you've got a boat. Although there's no water around here, isn't there? But it's good to meet you. We've met this Peaches. He's a bit of a tool, to be honest. To be honest, we're out here mugging him off. If plain and simple, well, I mean, I'm not good with people, but my Basque is top notch. Gets to the point. Basque. Running out of words here to jump in any time.
We are here to do a favour for our very good friend, Mrs. Flowerpenny. She does not align herself with Peaches? Travis.
Well, maybe then, maybe we could be of a little bit of help to each other. Well, all of us, and he kind of like looks, he kind of like indicates to all of the like the farms, like we can probably see in the distance. We're all, for one reason or another, having to ply most of our trade through Peaches. Did you call him?
Yeah, what a mug!
But I found myself on difficult times. The name's Garrick, by the way, Aaron Garrick, and he'll offer his hand out to anyone who's willing to shake it.
I'm going to shake it with both hands.
Nice.
Not like one at a time.
Flurry of handshakes.
I cannot spell Gerrig. Gerrig. Yeah, I do.
Gerig is what I've gone for.
Oh, whoa, no, that's not what I thought.
And a K.
Well, however you spell it, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry that we've started off on the wrong foot here. First off, those berries you picked there, have you tried one?
Well, I tried more than one. Yeah, I tried one bush.
I'll try one.
As you chomp on one, you get the beautiful taste of scrumberry that you know, but it is immediately washed out by the sharpest, sourest tang. That completely just makes you drool, and yeah, it's just very very powerful, overcoming flavor of sourness as you chop into it.
Is this a new variety?
Oh,
No, well, we scrumberry farmers, we know it's our trade. Some of them work well, some of them don't. Some of them are too early, some of them are too late. These ones, you let these grow over out the way because they're a sour patch, and it leaves light for the good ones. But all the ones around here, and he kind of like looks at the berries that are kind of like around his field, around the edges. You won't have any luck with them making anything like jam or anything you want out of the scrumberries around here. But I do.
Scrumberries have bit me back.
Bite is a good word for it. Yeah. Very sharp bite of the sour, slightly off scrumberry. It's that thing. It's like it lures you in just for a moment with a good taste before the kicks in. So you're like,
I need some water.
I can get you a pail of water, but I do have a supply of actual ripe and ready, some of my finest scrumberries that I'd be willing to let go if outside of any deals with Travis. If you'd help me. I've fallen on tough times at the moment.
What do we need to do to help you?
And he sits against the wall, and like he looks completely like downtrodden. A troll.
Sorry, was that a troll or a troll?
A troll. He come here. I've managed to just about fend him off a couple of times, but he's taken my wife.
What?
He came in and he nabbed her and he ran off with her, and I'm no match for him.
Oh, you want us to go rescue your wife? And then you'll give us some scrumberries?
Yes, that would be. If I didn't, I hoped that you looked like adventurers. I didn't mean no insult before, my little friend. But Travis's lot, he said it's none of his business. He won't lend me a thugger or two. But maybe in exchange, I could give you some of my berries, a pail's worth, perhaps.
Pails.
Sounds reasonable.
2 pails would be ideal.
I can. I guess I can scrounge around and see if I can find a bit more. I can
Pail
look.
enough?
I might be able to stretch that far. I can keep looking whilst you're away, if that's something you're interested in.
Well, Miss Flowerpenny says that she needs 2, you see, and I don't like to disappoint her because, well, her face turns frowny and it hurts my heart.
I know about hurt hearts. He kind of like holds on to it.
She makes the best tarts, doesn't she?
No, I'm not talking about hearts. Well.
Oh,
that my wife that he took. That trolley son of a bitch.
alright. Which direction did he go, do you know?
I didn't get to chase him or anything. I'd had a long day and I was very tired.
I don't suppose he dropped his wallet or anything.
No, that'd be nice. But the rumor has it that lives in the Sweetwood. A cave somewhere in there.
Not be having it. We're off to Sweetwood to get some mushrooms and some honey.
Oh, well. I guess maybe the stars have aligned for us, eh?
Aye, they do sometimes, don't they?
Yeah,
I suppose there's any tracks we could follow. I'm quite good at following tracks. As long as they're made by something big and heavy in something wet and slushy.
And he looks down at the kind of it's midsummer and the ground is dry. And it's been days since he took her. I fear.
Days, and you haven't told anyone.
I
the course of true love runs.
I told Travis, and he said he wasn't going to
away.
do anything, and I can't go running off to the Sweetwood and fight a troll, and I'm tired. It's a long day.
You know, you shouldn't be bottling things like this up. You need to talk. You know, you've always got to have someone around to talk to in things like this. So,
And with
just
your
so
wife kidnapped, you can't do that anymore, can you?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, some men pay for things like that, wouldn't they? But,
What?
just so we're on the same scroll here, do you want her alive?
Well, the most important thing is you get rid of the troll. You can't come in here stomping on my line, taking my wife.
The troll's the important thing.
Dead optional, everyone.
But no, I'd also like my wife back alive. That's for certain.
Oh, well,
But secondary.
Does she know the troll?
Oh,
No
are we
idea.
talking like no, as in the biblical sense, whatever the Bible is.
He came What are you talking about? He came storming in here, smashing up my farm, nabbed
his
my
tux
wife,
on.
and ran off. I dare to think what he's been doing with her. I don't want to be talking about this with strangers.
well,
Yeah, no, I get that. It's a bit of a weird conversation. just so we don't bring back the wrong troll. What does your wife look like?
She's got speckled red auburn hair and freckly face, and she was wearing a checkered white and blue dress when she was taken by that damned troll.
So Basque gonna like make a little mental note of like generic farmers.
Accurate
Would you say, was she screaming or was she more swooning when she was taken? Just out of interest.
I heard screaming. I came rushing out as fast as I could. Once I put down what I was doing.
Was it like, oh God, no, God, no? Was it like, oh God, no, oh God, no?
I don't like what you're implying one bit.
Look,
what's your wife's name?
Tilly.
Tilly?
My Tilly Garrick.
Oh, Garrick's your second name.
Erin, sir, my name.
Oh, Erin. My name's Jomp.
Hello, Jomp.
Hello, Garrick. Tilly, Erin, Garrick.
I feel we're going around in circles, so we've already done the introductions.
Oh, I must have missed that.
I tell you what. You bring back the head of that troll, and I'll get you a pail and a half. You've got my blood up now thinking about that damn troll, and...
Oh, I can't tell. It's not that kind of pie. What? Do we need a team huddle, or are we good?
I think we're all right.
I think we're good.
So how far away is Sweetwoods down this road?
Maybe about half a day.
At all?
Probably good drivers, could you?
Be careful, it'll be nightfall by the time you get there.
No problem. Let's
Trolls
see what
can-
we can do for you, Mr. Garrick.
Probably see in the dark with glowing eyes and smell you from a mile away.
The troll or your wife? Sorry, I wasn't quite listening to that bit of the conversation.
Well, she can smell when I've left my socks on the floor from a mile away, and doesn't half let me get an earful of it.
You know what I do? I don't wear socks. That's a simple fix. You know?
And Basque is just sort of like stepping away slowly, and also a little bit from Rusty.
I'll gather the berries if please. If you can bring
You
back
gather my wife.
bring back my wife, and I'll reward you with the best that I've got.
Problem, we'll do it. We'll see what we can do. I'm sure we'll run into Troll. You know, because our luck is probably going to run that way anyway. Good luck.
Well, I wish you luck, brave adventurers. And if I don't see you again, thank you for dying in the attempt.
Yeah, thanks.
And he looks at you, Jomp, as you guys are leaving, and you maybe hear him muttering like, "Troll's so big and Jomp's so small. Haven't got a chance."
That's relief. So, trolls. How big are trolls?
Well, it depends how close they are. I think.
Near and far. I learned that. Are they big? Are they like...
Don't we have to, like... Hang on, he said head, but don't trolls, like, come back unless you burn them?
Don't know.
A vampire.
So we've got a... What?
I don't know.
Vampire?
You have to burn vampires, don't you? Or is that zombies?
Doesn't everything die if you burn them, though?
Oh.
Phoenixes don't.
It's a phoenix.
That's more like self-immolation, though, isn't it? That's not...
Immolation.
Right, well...
So what
I
are we
think
going to
we
do
gotta
with
do it.
these sour berries then? I want to
Oh, they're quite nice.
sneak into Peach's warehouse and substitute this sack for a sack of prime scrumberries. This could be useful. Get extra scrumberries that way.
Maybe we can leave the pail and we can collect it on the way home.
It's a good idea. I'm going to leave it leaned up against the fence so we don't have to. Oh no, but we're going to need a sack for other. No, I've got one more sack. Maths. I got this. 2 minus 1. Still got 1 left.
Well, I'm hoping for the death of a troll that Geezer can supply a sack. You know.
Are you?
Can I just say, I'm out and out of character. Like, the guy is not at all bothered about the kidnap of his wife to a frankly alarming degree. Like, it sounds like he heard his wife screaming and kind of like trotted out and was like, "Oh no, a troll!" And then we nabbed some of his sour berries, and he was like, "Get away from my scrumberries!" that is a disproportionate reaction, in my opinion.
Fair.
Scrumberries are delicious, though.
Well, no, they were sour.
They had a certain
Do we? Right.
pickle to them.
I mean, I know we absolutely aced the Dodgers test, but have you ever fought a troll before?
Not for anything.
My family has, and I have heard about.
So genetically, something inside you has fought a troll.
Predisposed to fight trolls.
Well, that's good enough for me. I don't want to go now. I've got. Are we going now? What are the nocturnal activities of a troll? Do they sleep at night? Do they sleep in the day? Do they sleep?
You can do some checks to try and find out what you know about trolls if you like. You don't have the favoured enemy rangery stuff, do you, Basque? You've gone for the targeted enemy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The favoured foe?
Favoured foe, yeah, rather than favoured species.
I've always thought that's a bit weird.
Yeah. The amended version is quite nice. It lets you choose a target in a fight, and then you're going to focus on that target.
Yeah.
Rather than having being very good at fighting a very specific species, which is a bit weird. I mean, it kind of makes sense story-wise.
Self-Malaysian boars.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really good at it. I hope I meet one.
Did I use it like once? I literally played like a whole campaign, and it never came up.
Yeah.
And I was not amused.
They've done good things to revise the ranger. Like the revised ranger is pretty solid. So you guys can do Basque, sorry, you can do a nature check to try and see if you can work out what you know about the
12.
trolls.
12?
12? Yeah, you probably heard your siblings talking about fighting trolls before. There is famously one thing to deal with trolls. And that is both fire and I think poison, or it might be acid. Sorry.
Scrumberries.
Will stop it from regenerating.
You were so right, Rusty.
Otherwise, they will regenerate.
Fire.
Traditionally, yes, the right word.
See, that's where I find it quite hard because obviously my character wouldn't know that, but having played D&D and listened to D&D, I know that. It's...
Well, the thing is, I feel like if Basque had absolutely flubbed the role and you guys didn't have any experience in the world, having fought trolls before, I've got faith in you guys to play it as if your characters wouldn't know, which is cool. But thankfully, you've got a experienced, albeit unwilling hunter in your party.
So we're going now, or are we going to wait?
I think we should carry on, really.
So where have you stashed your berries? Your sour berries?
I'm on tippy toes trying to put them just on the other side of the wall by the stripped down bare bush that was coming over the side of the wall so that we know where they are. But I don't want to leave them on the side of the road but I'm kind of struggling to lob the sack over the other side a little bit. But I'll get there. Give me a bit to jump. I'll do it.
While Basque and Rusty talking about trolls, like in the background, Jomp's just like, hup, hup. 2-second jump for Basque and Rusty to do on their own, but
so tall.
But yeah, you can stash away your berries by the landmark of where you got them, which is smart, and make your way along the road. It's going to be quite a while to get over to the Sweetwood, if that's where you're headed.
Here we are, yes.
You are not far from the Xaryxis farm when you roll some perception checks for me, please.
Oh dear. I rolled amazingly for me on perception.
Nice.
17.
17.
16.
16. What do you get, Bas?
17.
17. Excellent stuff. Good rolls all around, you guys. You spot in the distance, coming towards you, a wagon wobbling along this very unpleasant road. It's coming from the east, so it's from to your right as you guys are heading towards the Sweetwood, and you can tell from with your keen eyes, the set of you, that the person driving the wagon is wearing similar attire to that of the batch of Travis's batch.
The Bad Batch.
Oh dear. What do you think? Do you think we're just going to be able to talk our way past him? Because he's going to want to know what we're up to, isn't he? Or do we hide? We could jump over that wall there and just hide on the other side of it.
Well, we could, but we're not actually doing anything wrong, are we? We're just walking along a road.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong, though. Just guilty conscience, maybe?
Well, that's something between you and your Deity, you know.
Look up at the sun.
I want,
Alright,
that,
then.
I want that on a t-shirt. That's between you and your deity.
So it's coming from our right.
It's coming from the east. It's going to join at a crossroads. Crossroads is a very generous term for this meeting of roads. And maybe as you guys continue approaching, you can see he turns and starts heading down the road towards you. And the road to Scrumberry.
Wonder where he's been.
Is it loaded? Can we see that? If we can see what he's wearing, we must be able to tell whether it's encumbered or...
It was difficult to tell from a distance if there was anything like maybe low-lying in it. There's nothing tall in it. But as it got closer now, you can see that the wagon is empty.
Well, I think we should just play it cool, you know? Don't mention trolls or
Or
anything, really.
scrumberries, or...
Yeah.
I can be cool.
Cool. So the wagon approaches, and you guys he doesn't seem to be massively moving aside either way. It's not a huge road. Are you guys stepping aside? Are you making him ride onto the edge, or what are you guys? How are you guys approaching this?
No.
Side.
No, I'll go to the side as well.
Yeah, I'll just
Oh,
step
there's
behind.
some doors.
Hail, well met.
Any chance to get that in there is great. He kind of watches you up from the wagon, like as you go past, and whoa, and kind of takes a long beat to look at you three. You've not seen this individual before, but he is wearing a similar kind of like faux, trying to dress nice, failing at it badly, attire. You free? You're not berry picking, are you?
No,
No?
got no knock.
What are the chances, do you think, of your guys' hands being covered in berry juice?
We're quite high.
Mine
So
are,
deep in those bad boys.
but my face might be.
We're not berry picking. That's not the same as berry eating.
Oh, I tried to wipe my face.
And he looks at the three of you. frowned upon having berries around here. These are all businesses. You can't go taking from businesses. Things happen.
Well, yeah, that earring down the road. I did take one or two, and he gave me a backhander. Clip round the ear. Oh, Christ, I haven't had the likes of that since before. But no, we've learnt now, haven't we, people?
People. Are we your people? Yeah, we've learned.
I was going to say girls and boys, but then I didn't want to assign your genders.
Yeah. No berry picking from us. No scrumping of berries. No.
And he looks, and you can, he very clearly noticed you, wiping your mouth and stuff like that, but he'll laugh when you tell the story about getting a backhander from Erin, and, well, just be warned. More than that can come your way. On you go. Go on. And
well, thanks, Lonnie. You did God's work. Good speed. Yes, sir. Good speed.
And he'll hop his horse on and begin making his way back towards Scrumberry.
He was a nice fellow. He was. I didn't catch his name. I got a funny feeling he might have worked for Peaches, but.
He looked like it. He looked like Carl. Do you remember Carl?
Yeah, I do remember Carl. How could we forget Carl?
Yeah,
he was in a family huddle. It's like blood related now.
There was Hutchins. There was Kurt.
Kurt.
You met a few of the boys.
About Carl.
Oh yeah, Kurt, not Carl. Who's Carl?
Begin with a K, maybe.
The wagon stops and he turns. Did you call me?
We were talking about Kurt. Yeah, Kurt. We met him last night. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that. No, we didn't call you. We're just carrying on walking now.
Oh, I thought you said Carl. Oh, all right.
No.
We did. We said as in a house call. It's this. You might not realise, but in posh houses you get people called Carls. Obviously, And, yeah, exactly. Bye. We're going to crack it on.
It just gives you a look like, what are you talking about? But he's still looking at you like hipster horses, and just keeps watching you as the wagon rolls away with a confused look on his face.
Eyes on the road, boy.
Bloody Travis.
Don't let him drive. Accidents happen that way.
Oh, that were a close one.
Yeah. I think we got away with it though. Although we might have an issue that he's going to report what we look like to Peaches potentially, and we're not. I don't think Peaches was 100% with us, undercutting him, stealing his business. I know we were going to do that anyway, but Peaches didn't know that.
Well, I guess we'll deal with it in future when it happens, eh?
Yeah, say la vie. Let's go and find this troll.
Say la vie.
And the thing that kidnapped it.
You mean Tilly? And that would be a turn up for bucks if Tilly kidnapped Troll and ran away with it.
He was a bit sensitive about implying that there might have been a laissez-faire between them. I can't blame her though. He was a bit boring on him, but anyway.
He's a farmer. He grows berries. I mean, how boring is that?
He grows very sour berries. Not even nice berries.
Berries, yeah.
Maybe we could encourage him for a career path on the way back, depending on the status of his wife.
We still offer advice. Just depends on which way the advice goes. But as the wagon went past, you may have noticed that the wagon was much like your hands and faces, covered in jam, remnants of jam, but it was empty when you left. When it went past.
With jam, not fruit puree, but actually cooked fruit puree into jam.
Well, it looked like jam. You didn't taste it, I guess, but yeah.
Oh, missed opportunity.
You had a very clear chance to lick a wagon, and you did not, which is
I didn't lick a
everyone will regard as a
wagon.
mistake. Gotta lick a wagon.
Right. Well, hopefully that was the last of him for a bit.
And
Yeah.
go on, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, carry on.
As you are carrying on, the rest of the day proceeds. The sun begins to go down. Every now and then you'll see one of the beautiful shooting stars whipping across the sky. And in the distance, not too far away, you can see the edge of the Sweetwood, what you assume to be the Sweetwood, the large forest. After the farmyards begin to kind of fade away, becoming more sparse, the little collected pools of berry cultivated land in between more wider stretches of wildland, until eventually, the road heads off into the distance, peeling away to the left, and to the right, covering the edge of the road and all the way along the farms to the other side, is a deep, dense forest. And as you approach, you can smell the beautiful waft of sweetness that gives the Sweetwood its name.
Well, my very refined sense of direction tells me that Sweetwood is that way.
Well, you never done us wrong, have you, Jomp?
No, I haven't. I'm good at direction, I am. Except when I'm on a boat. I'm not good on a boat with direction.
Oh, well, I spin round, don't I? You know,
I do. To the woods. Smells right good.
What?
Lucky that didn't come
Can
up during
I-
the dodging.
Can I, as what Basque is probably going to try and do, is because we know that like trolls are quite big.
Mhm.
I don't know a lot about trolls, but so rather than looking for prints, like he's probably going to look for like broken branches and like. I imagine like, you know when the Roadrunner like Tom and Jerry like runs through a door and there's like the outline of like that, but in Sweetwood.
That makes sense. How many of you have dark vision?
Nope.
I'm a kobold.
Where would that be? Features and traits.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that tabaxis do. Cat's eyes, if you will. You hope, don't you? Where would that be?
I'm not 100% sure. Let me look at
On the
your...
right hand side of your character sheet with your
Cat's talons. Dark vision.
abilities.
Dark
Haha.
vision, there you go. So as the sun is setting, the woods, which in the daytime would be clear enough to see through, are getting dark. So someone's going to have to lead Rusty if you guys are heading in. Or you can provide your own light.
What you reckon? It looks pretty safe to me. Can't see nothing bad.
No, neither can I. Let's go. Straight to a tree.
Yeah, I can lead the way because I'm big and yeah. Because hopefully, if I go first and you guys follow behind me, then there'll be like a little path that you can follow in.
The wake.
Wait, yes.
Basque
Alright.
woodland wake.
Oh, the that's quite cute. Oh.
So, Basque, searching through the forest, do you want to do a survival check? Searching for troll-sized passages. It'll be with disadvantage, though, because of the darkness. But you are good at it because you're a ranger.
What is it? Survival. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
do this manually because I don't know how to do the other one on the thingy.
On the phone. No worries.
Boop.
18.
Oh, an 8.
So you do manage to find, after an hour or two of searching, what looks like a section of the wood that has got large breaks in it, and you can smell sweet, kind of the smell of sweetness and honey, assumedly, growing stronger as you head in that direction. But it is getting to very late at night now. Are you guys gonna press on in the dark?
So what shall we do? I mean, we can summon a light if you want. That's not a problem. Or we could sleep out outside. It's quite a nice night.
Do we know what time of day it is, approximately?
It's the sun has long since gone down. You've been searching the woods for a few hours now, so it's probably going to be 9 or 10.
And Jomp and I were up early with Mr. Sourpenny, weren't we, in the bakery?
That's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we look like for a place to kind of sleep tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling, to be honest. I can't see Jack. So, but if we put a light up, we're just going to be a beacon up at me for anyone.
Who's Jack?
I don't know.
I'm right here, Rusty. Don't worry.
All right, let's start looking for somewhere where we can keep down.
Who's leading the way and finding a place to bed down for the night?
Can I try and find like a good place to build a shelter, and we can like construct something to keep us a bit safe?
Believe, if I might be misremembering, but I think the ranger can, without any kind of checks, make sure that they can provide shelter for their friends. I think in these kind of situations. So yeah, what kind of place do you find, Basque?
Maybe like a big old tree that's like hollow in the middle, that maybe has been hollowed out, like probably died at some point, but actually quite nice and open, so there's probably just enough space for us to curl up.
That's nice.
Like, in the shape like a little blink of cat's eyes.
Cool. So yeah, you guys nestling inside this tree, or what? Are you guys catching some Z's?
Well, Basque, I mean, you've been around in circles about 4 times, so I'm assuming you like this place. It seems like a good place.
I like the idea that if anyone's seen like a cat, or I think dogs as well, just looking for a place to lie down, they'll like circle it a few times. And then...
He's doing the like little making, they call it making further
Cool. So yeah, you guys can kip down, catch some Z's. As you look over the sky is clear, so you don't have to worry about rain. There's no heavy clouds above, and it's quite a nice, pleasantly warm summer's night. You get just through the trees, you see the stars peeking through, and the odd shooting star go wishing across. And yeah, do you guys talk about anything in the evening, chilling out, or are you just gonna rest up until morning?
You know what? Sometimes I look up and I think, what would it be like to be up there? You know,
like flying,
not the tree, over there,
like a bird.
Well, no, a bit further than the seagulls.
Like that sun thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, that big flaming thing over there. But you know, there's some little twinkly things, and then got those things that go across with the little things behind them. You may notice I'm not an expert on things above my head. I mean, what's up there? You know, is that just a big blanket with some holes in it, or?
I'd like to find out, to be honest. Looks kind of interesting.
I like blankets.
What are you having for breakfast?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've got any food with me. I must admit those berries were picking on me a little bit.
If there's mushrooms, maybe we can find some mushrooms.
I'm good at finding food. I'll make us breakfast.
Basque, could you help me count those things up there? Because you know I've got to 1, and then I lost count. So you know, it's maybe strange to believe, but even though I can read, and I am an acolyte. It's more of a tendery position. Don't laugh. You know, I'm not too learned, but I'd like to. I think I'd like to count them if you could help me.
I think that's a delightful scene as the counting the stars as the night grows deeper, and like, everyone falls asleep, gently drifting away. Morning comes with the sunshine beaming through the trees. Another beautiful day in outer Scrumberry. And you realise, maybe as you awaken inside this tree tube, there is a pair of eyes watching you.
Right, this weird dream about a barking dog pointing in the eyes.
Where are the eyes?
Where are they? Yeah.
You look to the end of the log tube den place, and you see a tiny, furry little head of a squirrel with a bushy tail hanging down over behind its own head.
Are these edible?
Can I chase it?
Basque, do you want to make a dexterity check to chase the squirrel?
It's just pure instinct. It's all about it.
Can I have advantage?
How did it go?
What is it, dexterity?
Yeah.
7.
7.
Still 7.
Its eyes grow wide as it sees one of the occupants of the log suddenly like bursting towards it, and it bounces to a tree and begins to scramble up. And you're very close to grabbing it if that's what you're looking to do, but it manages to scurry up the tree away.
Yeah, I sort of turn it into a yawn, and then sort of meander back to my companions.
Jomp and Rusty, if you guys weren't already awake, then I'm sure this is the echoing log being.
Now I'm awake.
I don't know if you guys have rations or anything for food with you, or what are you up to, but
My background lets me go and find enough food and fresh water for myself and 5 other people.
oh, nice.
Providing that the land offers berries.
There's no
Small
berries.
game.
No berries around.
Water.
Nice.
Squirrel.
That was the only squirrel in the whole.
Harsh. And
No, it's okay.
yeah.
I think the ranger might do something similar. You guys can probably forage yourselves a meal whenever you're out in the wild.
Any
even.
meal I cook
Yeah.
can give temporary hit points.
Ooh, that's very fancy.
Oh,
No, yeah.
What's the meal?
Yeah, if the meal has more hit points than you, it eats you.
Consensual.
Wait, I'm replenishing it? Oh no.
I think when you ate terribly and then you eat really well, because I like the idea that all Rusty's been eating is like pastries, and then like has like one vegetable while we're out in the woods, and he's like, "Oh my god, I feel amazing."
I think I'm going.
I'm gonna have the scene from Alien, but with like a sandwich coming out or something.
Oh, so.
Do you have to roll or anything for your cookery skills, Jump? Are you making breakfast for everyone? Is that what's going on?
I really don't have to roll. Would you like me to
That's
share
wonderful.
it?
No, it's all good. I'm with you on that. What do people get?
I just find okay. I'm gonna go out and have a bit of a rummage, and I hope to find a few wild bird eggs, some wild garlic that might grow near, some non-mushroom mushrooms, and I'm gonna make a wild garlic and mushroom frittata.
Wow, that is.
I have a frying
fancy.
pan. Yeah.
I've got an image of Jump like the little legs kicking while they're trying to get onto a branch to get the bird's eggs.
Maybe there's some ones that have nest in overgrowth kind of thing.
And yeah, making a delicious frittata, which is very, very cool.
Absolutely.
And what do people get for Phenomenon Jomp's breakfast?
Oh yeah. Okay, the end of a short. Oh, we've had the end of a long rest, haven't we? Cook a number of treats equal to your proficiency. Oh gosh, this is extra. I can cook treats as well. That lasts 8 hours after being made.
Wow.
Slice of frittata. You can use a bonus action to each one of these treats to gain temporary hit points equal to your proficiency bonus.
Nice.
Pocket frittatas.
Yeah. So let's just use the short rest one. It's easier. If you'd lost health, you'd regain hit points. So we're okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
So have you made a bunch of treats then?
I think so. Yeah.
Cool. How many does it make?
I can only make 2 at the
2?
moment.
There's 2
So
treats.
I'll hand you 1 each.
Oh.
Absolutely. It's like a lovely, perfectly formed triangle of frittata wrapped up in a supple, massive green leaf. There you go.
And they each give 2
Temporary hit points equal to my 2 temporary hit points.
Nice. That's very, very nice. So yeah.
You can use it on a bonus action.
Well, if it's
There you go.
temporary hit points stay around there, right? So if you guys if you did want to eat them now, you'd have 2 temporary hit points.
So
until
true,
you lose them.
yeah.
A shield kind of thing.
Yeah, essentially,
Yeah.
yeah. They don't stack, which I learned in one of my other homebrew games. Somebody had like
Yeah.
like level 3 and they had like 30 temporary hit points. Like this, something doesn't seem right about it.
It's so powerful.
Excellent stuff. So, in the light of day, having fed and rested, you can see around you the beautiful sweetwood, and you can smell all around you, wafting from different directions, the sweet scent of honey. And in the air, there is a very faint, very light buzzing noise.
Oh, I just realised where honey comes from. Do you think they're normal sized bees, or are they going to be like massive bees that are going to like chase us out of Sweetwoods?
Could we ride them? That would be quite fun. I've never ridden a bee before.
No, normally it's too small, aren't they?
Big
Yeah.
bees would make lots of honey.
All right. So, are we looking for signs of honey, mushrooms, and troll, or just troll first?
Well, the only thing I can remember about trolls is that you can normally smell them before you see them.
Okay. Do they sleep in daytime?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think Basque's knowledge is going to be what Basque's picked up so far.
Right then, let's look for honey, and should we go to sound of buzzing? Okay.
Yeah.
Good place to start, isn't it?
What do you
So,
think would happen if we walk through the woods just shouting Tilly really loudly? Tilly! Maybe we can do that after the honey, if we can't find her.
It's a
Through
good
non-shout.
idea. Good idea. I like it.
An important strategy. Shouting.
It worked in the town, didn't it, for that bloke?
as you look around and sniff around, I guess, you do notice that several small bees are hovering and flitting off in the direction of one of the stronger smells of honey, which is also the direction that appears to have breakages in the woods, which Basque noticed last night.
Good news. There seem to be small bees.
That's good. Are we following? Is this the way, Basque? Is this what you saw?
Let's go then.
Let's go.
As you make your way through the woods, the smell gets stronger. How are you guys proceeding through the woods? What are you guys doing?
I'm going to do a jaunty little jig.
I'm following the Basque wake.
That's like just walking through.
Strutting. Strutting through. You manage to you manage to crack on, keep your way through the whole the forest land. This is, I guess, is kind of like familiar territory for Basque, wandering through woods and stuff like that. Is that something that Basques spend a lot of time doing?
I think that if he, depending on where his family was, he might have hidden in woods quite a lot, to stay out of trouble and stay out of fights. So he would probably be quite comfortable moving through the woods.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
He's a very terrifying creature. Oh, why are the cards up?
Oh, I've just moved it there for now. It's fine. This isn't the thing. There's a lot of pages, and it's easier for me to have it nearby for when we do other changes. The buzzing begins to grow louder, and you can definitely, all three of you, smell a strong scent of honey in the air. Do you all want to do a perception check?
Has anyone harvested honey before?
Nope.
No, not me.
What am I doing? Sorry.
Is it just
Perception.
like pools of it somewhere? Oh, nat 20 there for Basque.
Nice. Basque on the hunt.
15.
15.
And a 13.
And a 13. Rusty and Jomp, you guys can definitely tell the direction of the honey is maybe just around this next hill or so. But Basque, you can sense not just the smell of honey in the air on the wind, but also a faint, as well as the sound of increased buzzing, making you think that you're getting near a larger collection of bees. But you also hear a faint, like...
I don't like that noise. That's not a normal bee noise. And I'll sort of do an impression of it and ask Jump and Rusty what they think it is, and if they hear it too.
Maybe pointed out, you guys can probably hear it very faintly.
Is it on the way to the
Something.
bees?
It's from the same direction as the buzzing.
Does it sound like a trot?
I don't think Basque would know.
I think it's a troll.
I think a troll makes that noise.
Should be.
Should we sneak? Should we sneak up on bees?
Is there any like as the natural forest noises changed at all, like the birds or the?
It seems to be fairly normal. Doesn't seem to be any particular quietening down of the bird sounds or anything like that. Hear one particularly obnoxious woodpecker just every time you try to have a thought, just.
How far away do you think it is? Do we have to start sneaking now? Okay.
Very carefully.
Not very good at sneaking.
Well, I mean, I don't mind taking point on this one. I can. Well, let's. Yeah, I think we need to tread a bit carefully.
All right.
Get out of the area. Something's not right, is it?
Cool.
Mm-mm.
So, Rusty, you're forging ahead. Jump and Basque, are you following on behind?
Yep,
Yep.
I am sneaking.
Cool. Shall we have stealth checks from the party?
Yarp.
17.
17 from Rusty.
11.
Oh, with disadvantage.
You got heavy armor.
You got heavy armor on.
Oh,
Was that not
What did
more?
you?
Ah, we're good.
6.
6. Rusty, as you creep over the edge of this little kind of knoll, this rivet in the forest, you see as the kind of bees go buzzing past you over your head towards a small nest, a bee's nest, just a little bit further ahead. There is, however, wrapped around the bee's nest, purring quietly, a Oops, today's there we go. A very large bear. It seems to have encompassed the beehive in its sleeping state, and it purrs gently as the bees come and go, and kind of seem to be quite complacent to have the bear there, and the bear snoozing away seems to be quite happy with the smell of the honey. Jump and Basque, what noises do you guys make that wakes up the bear?
Good question. I think I just trip over my trousers, which are just too large for me because they're made for a human.
And maybe Basque's ching
Just
chong. Go on, sorry.
It's just too cute. Like, it's a little Winnie the Pooh bear with his, and he's just so adorable. And
I love the idea of Rusty being like prone ninja, like watching this scene, and then just behind him, Jomp falls face first, and he's, oh, it's so cute. And you see from your position, Rusty, the bear's head raise and begin sniffing the air and sniffing slowly towards your direction, which is where we're going to leave it for a little break. I was going to go for a little bio break, get some drinks, get some re-energization. We'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes, as we're going to go and get a break, and we'll be back to find out if they can bear it.
Oh.
Did you see what? Did you see? Okay, we're back in a minute. Hello, welcome back. We are rested and ready to face the bare truth of the situation with our wonderful adventurers. Look at these excited pun faces to my left. Our brave adventurers have gone wandering into the woods, and what did they find today? But they found a little bear asleep on a beehive, a nest of honey with bees going to and fro. But an excited Basque and a now slightly dirtied Jomp have risen the bear from its slumber as Rusty watches on from his ninja-like vantage point. And it's where we pick it up right now. What is the plan, guys?
Oh.
Are we in, like, communication distance with each other? Or?
Yeah. I imagine that Jomp and Basque making their way up has brought them well within communications range.
so, out of character, I have 2 potential plans. I think they're barley plans, but
Hey.
So, 1, fishermen. Bears also like fish as well as honey because they go fishing in the streams. So, do I produce a fish from somewhere and be like, "Hello, Mr. Bear, have a fish," and we take the honey in like a trade, or or whatever, because you feel trade, or alternative plan 2.
Do bears negotiate with terrorists? That's the question.
The new plan, as reminded to me by Jomp, harness the power of the swarm. Somehow. I don't have that yet.
We have part of a plan.
Little part of the plan.
Can't help but feeling that scaring a bear so much that it never goes near a swarm of bees is quite cruel.
Oh, like we could just let the bees like pick up some of the honey and bring it to us, or create like a wall in between us. And if I had the swarm master ability, which I will have at next level, these are all the things I would use it for. There would be like a little wall of bees. There would be like a little bee. What's it called when you do like passing from bucket to bucket?
Bailing?
Yeah, no, but when you have like a chain of bees passing the honey, but that's not going to happen.
Oh, I get you.
So maybe the fish is the idea.
That would be so cool, though.
But also open to other suggestions. Your face, Jay, is like, that would be great, but you don't have that ability yet. So we're living in fantasy land right now.
So
I mean, you guys all are in a fantasy land, to be fair. So
fish or training montage.
So bears like fish. I say from my snout in the dirt as I slowly pick myself up. I can cast a fish. It's an illusion of a fish, and it won't be moving. But a bear could be interested by it for a bit while we train bees to give us the honey. Maybe.
And I can, if I've got my fishing net, it probably smells of fish, so that can add to the illusion. So it won't just look like a fish, but also smell like a fish.
So, we lob your net, and then I cast illusion of a great big fish on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we train bees to give us honey in small buckets.
It's a shame we don't have that squirrel. We could have put the squirrel in the net that smells of fish with the illusion of making it wiggle.
Can we quickly catch some bees in the net? Make that wiggle?
Maybe the squirrel is making like little teeny weeny acorn buckets. And that's where the buckets are coming from.
How long do we need to train bees?
What I would say is that you are on this ridge, and Rusty, you're probably the one who's the furthest forward as this bear's like beginning to sniff more generally in your guys' direction. You're not in any way forced to deal with the situation now. Just as a heads up.
Okay.
Well, let's see if we can distract him with a fish, and if that don't work, we can go to plan A.
Plan A. Distract him with fish, and then we're gonna. What does the beehive look like?
It's difficult to see because it is largely underneath this bear's chest and paw, and I've got it scooped under its.
Ooh.
And it is, but from what you can see of it, it just looks like a mound of yellowy, slightly crusty shape.
Oh, okay. I didn't realise bear was right on top of it.
How,
Okay.
in character, Bass probably say, Rusty, I think that maybe we won't have a lot of time. The fish, might think it's a fish for a little bit, but not for that long. So maybe get ready to grab the honey with your.
Got it. You give it a word.
Do you want me to make it chase me and I'll run away? And then you get honey?
Well, we need to do something because he's stirring. Are we gonna? We're gonna go for it.
What do you want us to do then? A big fish? Or shall I just use myself as bait like I used to do back at home? In mines.
Could we make you look like a large fish?
No.
Is that a no, I don't want to? Or is that a no, I don't possess that ability?
I don't know how to make myself look like a large fish.
Would this fall into my same as the ability to camouflage and hide and be stealthy? Could we make Jomp into a fish?
I would say if you had time and materials, you could definitely make Jomp look like a fish. You've got about 10 seconds before this bear starts to come towards you.
Jump, net, run.
Okay. Are you lobbing a net at me and then I'm gonna run?
The fishiest net you can find.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna be the bait and run away with this thing. Okay, I'll do that. I can do that.
A bow and arrow ready in case. I don't know why it would, but in case this perfect plan.
Oh, it's
What are the
perfect.
chances of this going wrong?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if Jump escapes, you better shoot her. It's been the case.
I'm gonna hike my trousers up that I just tripped over. Tuck them into my belt.
Yeah, the bow and arrow, it's not to slow the bear down, it's to put Jump
To
out.
slow me down.
When the bear catches you.
So,
And I'm gonna have the stinky fishiest net. I'm gonna wave it like I'm running with a flag around some Olympic stadium. And then I'm run towards the bear, and I'm gonna give out. I'm gonna give out a draconic cry, which is my racial. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. That's my draconic cry.
Does that have a mechanical benefit to it?
It does actually.
Ooh.
Haunting.
All of my allies have advantage on attack rolls against this bear if you wanted to.
Oh. I thought you were against you.
Yeah.
No. But bear. For everyone.
Rusty,
That's
you're
what
probably
I'm
in the
gonna
best position to see. Well, I'd say actually probably Jomp's probably the best position to see. But Rusty, you're in a position to oversee the situation. As this bear kind of like lazily sniffing the air, like licking the air, and it kind of tastes something on the air that isn't just honey. And you see that in a snap, its attention just like slams around. And you see ears up, eyes wide, looking directly at the net-wielding Dragonborn. Kobold, sorry. Who is jumping about, and it immediately gets to its feet.
I'm gonna start running in a different direction.
Do you want to do...
How fast are bears, guys?
We're about to find out.
Faster than the kobold.
Faster than a speeding kobold.
Ooh.
The bear is up on its feet and is running. If you're doing a straight out run, Jump, do you want to do an athletics check?
Yeah, I do. Boop. Nat 20.
Oh, very nice.
23.
Your tiny little feet go like the clappers as you go legging through this woods. The bear, it's groggy, is just starting to he's had a nice nap, getting up, confused about what's going on, and just begins chasing this noisy thing in the woods.
I'm going to try to make sure that I don't lose its attention. Can I prestidigitate the most delicious meaty smell as well? That's just like, sirloin steak dripping with garlic butter. Oh, extra rare.
As you sprint ahead, smelling like a aquatic buffet, the
Have you ever said that in a
first time? And you're making really good grounds away from this thing, but then you realise that even groggy, it has not lost you, and you get the feeling that this thing is going to be fast when it gets going, and it is lazily managed to keep up with you sprinting. Jump and Basque, what are you guys doing?
I've got
Jump
14 gold pieces on the on the bear.
Oh, gosh.
Basque, you in on this?
Can I? I've immediately gone to my spell list. I've got spells.
What are you going to go for?
So, I have Entangle.
Ooh.
DC 12, so grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground within a 20-foot square starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. The creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by plants can use its action to make a strength check against my spell. On a success, it frees itself. When the spell ends, the cold plants wilt away. So, I know where Jump is going.
Yeah.
So I know where Bear is going. So can I cast Entangle?
In front of...
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, that's great. What does it look like? What happens to the ground as you cast this spell? And what is actually... this is the first time we've seen Basque cast a spell. What does Basque look like when he casts the spell?
Mainly panic. So it's kind of like this motion. Concentrating.
Adorable.
But like...
I think I might have to argue that Basque's magic focus is his cheeks. He uses his cheeks as
Have your
magic.
cat eyes gone super wide? Pupils expanded.
Excellent stuff. And the ground, did you say, it becomes like...
Yeah, so it's like, because in the place where the bear is sleeping, it's all like nice flowers and it's all very chilled, but there's going to be like loads of like ivy come just out of the ground and just like up its legs and wrap around the bear and just try and like pull it and slow it down.
Nice. So it's got to make a strength saving throw. What is this against?
That
What's
is against
the
my
DC?
the DC 12.
DC 12. Okay. I will say that the strength is a good check for a bear. They've got a lot of strength going on, so let's see how they do. Once the character sheet loads for the bear. Righty, here we go. So, strength check. Or is it a strength saving throw? It's about the same, I think, so it's fine.
Strength saving throw.
I don't think it's got anything in it, so it's going to be a strength saving throw.
Oh,
Oh! Natural 20 from the bear for a 24. The ground
boy.
turns up to the bear and it wraps around its feet, and it barely slows it. It just rips through these plants.
Barely slow.
Hey. But it is on difficult terrain, because I think that's a given either way, right? The ground's now difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So as it continues to chase down, it'll be slowing right down. But this bear has ripped right through your restraints. I'm sorry, Jomp. Basque, sorry. Rusty. Basque's look of surprise, which you may have seen before, had some sort of weird effect on the forest. And in said forest, you see Jomp running away screaming. What's Rusty up to?
Well, I thought I might have to take a constitution check on the smell of the food. But I am going to aim for the bees hive. Try and grab up the beehive.
Excellent stuff. So yeah, you can run over to the beehive. There are several bees around it, buzzing around. How are you approaching? Are you going to dash and grab the whole lot, or like, yeah, what kind of thing are you going to do?
He's going to be like doing that while going.
You dodge like a bee, sting like a butterfly.
Embrace the bee. I am the bee.
So yeah, you can go and run over, and you right up the hive now, on the ground. What are you doing with it?
Is it freestanding or is it attached to something? Or...
It's just on the floor. It looks like it was once attached to something. It's got like a stalk kind of sticking off the top of it, but it's just resting on the ground now.
I'm gonna go for picking that bad boy up, I think.
Nice. Do you want to do a... Well, you got a choice. You can do an animal handling check to try and grab it carefully, or you can do a constitution check to just grab it and deal with the consequences.
I'll go animal handling.
Nice.
6, and that was with a +3.
6. Oh no! You grab it, and as you grab onto like the ball of it, like maybe your hand goes into it a little bit, into the goop of it. So it's fully on your hand now. There's no losing it. But also, it means that all of the bees that were inside are now in very close proximity to you. And they begin buzzing around and stinging you, and you take, at the moment, 1 point of stinging damage. It's poison damage, technically, as the bees begin to crawl out and sting on you. But you've got the hive, and you've got a small tail of bees following you as well. Background to Jomp. You can see maybe if you have a quick look behind you, which is never recommended, you can see this bear
I'm
ripping through the forest.
I'm trying to hold the net and my trousers and everything else. I'm not going to look behind. Can I hear the bear?
Yeah, it is snarling and gruffing, and there is something screaming through the woods that is now a little bit angry about because it's had to the ground has betrayed it.
All right. Are the trees all around me?
Oh yeah, you're in dense wood, so when you're seeing it behind you, you're seeing it through slivers of clearance between the forest.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna run again. Carry on running. I'm gonna drop the stinky smell.
Nice.
The delicious smell. Can I prestidigitate? Well, hang on a sec. Can I cast cantrips on the run?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna, as I'm running, I'm gonna minor illusion for 1 minute. Somatic material. Oh gosh, I'm going into my pockets for a bit of fleece. So difficult. A big juicy fish behind me as I carry on running.
Nice. Are you still carrying the net with you?
I'm trying to because it's not my net and I don't want to lose it.
Cool.
Just struggling.
Give us
the things you borrow.
Give us an athletics check to keep on sprinting as hard as you can.
Okay, athletics. Here we come.
Is Jomp still going to be a runner?
20.
20? Yeah, keep on going. Jomp has got the survival instincts of a person who knows what a bear's about. And so the scene at the moment, we've got Jomp running to the right through the forest, Rusty running to the left, chased by bees, and Basque in the middle, looking at the ground. Basque, what's the plan?
I don't know.
The bears continue to head towards Jomp, but it has taken its time getting over these vines that you've created in the ground. And it didn't get restrained, but it did get slowed. Sorry?
I believe in, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna take a deep breath and calm myself and muster up all of my spellcasting abilities and try again with Entangle.
Ooh.
A strength save.
Casting it. How many spell slots do you have as a ranger?
I have 2, so this is all of them.
Ooh.
I don't want to shoot the bear because it was having a nice little nap.
Bear is the victim in this scenario.
Are you going to try and entangle it, did you say?
Yeah.
Cool. So it's another strength check from the bear.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Let's see how it does. Here we go. Oh, it's a nat 1!
Wow.
For 5 on the for a total of 5, and yeah, maybe even the same spot because it was still working its way through the ivy that you'd put down already, and just swarms it, and you hear it snarling in frustration. I don't know if anybody's ever tried to make their way through thick bushes before, and what happened to me is the idea was I should be able to just walk through this. It's just bushes, and it's just absolutely tangled in it and cannot get any further.
Oh no!
And that's what the bear is. It's pushing against. It cannot move through, and it's struggling against these restraints. Excellent stuff. That's really cool. Are you staying and watching from the little hill, Basque?
I'm probably going to be waving at Jomp we need to go. Retreat. And then probably run after, start to wait for Jomp and then run after Rusty.
It's Rusty. Cool.
Assuming that Rusty is continuing to run.
So, as Basque runs down the little hill and Jomp is off in the distance, Rusty, what are you doing with your beefist?
Beefist?
Was not expected. It's the beefiest of fists.
I think Rusty would probably taste some of the honey just to make sure it's suitable quality.
And you taste it, and it's nice honey. Like, yeah, it's easy enough to get some. It's all running down your arm. As are many bees.
Oh,
His tongue is just like,
I'm gonna. So are we in the opposite directions now? Traveling in the opposite directions?
So you're the opposite direction to Jump, I believe, and then Basque is running down towards you. So you guys kind of went like this a ways, and Basque is going this a ways. So I guess Jump, you can kind of do it like a.
I'm going to, yeah.
I'm gonna pull up and then wait for Basque and then pass Basque the beehive if I can detach it from my fist.
Are you for now? He's gonna grin and bear the stingy times.
Yeah, I'll just suck it up.
Well, do you want to do a Constitution check to see if you can how you can withstand that? Oh, nice. That's not too bad. Yeah. So you only receive 1 point of poison stinging damage once again. As
both of these have been my temporary hit points.
Oh,
as the taste of frittata leaves your mouth.
That would have been good for
and yeah, I believe that with that, in the distance, you can just about hear the faint snarling of this bear as Jump and Basque managed to catch up to Rusty. And yeah, you see Rusty with, I imagine, still tasting some of this honey whilst he's surrounded by a swarm of bees who are just going for it. What are you guys doing?
do I get back to them?
Yeah, it wouldn't have to be in turn order or anything anymore. It's just, yeah, you guys
Fantastic. Are back. Oh, well, that went all right, didn't it? That tangly ground were really lucky. Didn't see it when I ran through it, though.
Is the bear all right? Is he? We didn't injure him, did we?
no, a bit grumpy, but he's probably okay.
Yeah, you hear Grumpy like snarls from over the hill.
Maybe we should move away from this area. And,
let's just go upwind of him, just to make sure, because we didn't really fight hard at all to get this honey. It was quite easy, really.
Are you still just surrounded by bees? Rusty, just joining this conversation.
It's just got a fist covered in honey. Look at it, the bees just flying around.
Oh.
You might get some more stings if there's not a resolution yet. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, no, he's fine now.
All right. Do you want to do another Constitution saving throw?
Ooh, 6.
Well, the way I'm rolling, you might still just be getting a 1 anyway, so let's find out.
Oh, yeah.
What? You know what? As you get stung by these bees, they just kind of just on you, stinging you, and then they kind of come to like a general realization as a hive that this isn't having any effect. And they just seem to kind of like, some of them settle in, a lot of them fly away. And yeah, they've decided after having next to 0 effect on you for 3 rounds of stinging you, that the bees are gonna just kind of they're kind of like, oh well, this is what's happened. So you now have the fist, and the bees aren't necessarily gonna continue stinging you.
Thanks, bees. It's been good. It was worth it. I shall always remember you.
So what's the plan?
Right then. Oh, let me catch my breath a bit. Mushrooms and troll. Which one should we try first? Mushrooms, sorry.
Well, I mean, we haven't got any kind of direction on this troll yet, have we? At all?
No, all I can smell is honey coming from your hand.
Yeah, me too. It's quite strong. It's nice. Would you like? And he offers his fist to Jomp. His honey.
You've seen me lick flour from a top shelf before. I'm gonna take a lick of the honeyed fist.
It was good.
That's a weird sentence.
Sup from your honeyed fist.
Tastes quite nice, to be honest. Good,
Bash,
good.
Bash, do you want some?
To suck on the fist.
Basque will kind of like and try a little bit, but fun fact, cats can't taste sweet things, so is thoroughly unimpressed by sticky.
That is
sticky bits.
the most tragic thing we've heard so far in any of this adventure is that Bass can't taste sweet things. That's like somewhere Miss Flowerpenny's crying in the realization.
You can only taste half of the tin miner's pasties.
So yeah, you guys can begin searching some more if you wish to.
Yeah, mushrooms. I mean, normally they grow in the shade, don't they? Underneath other bigger leaves and stuff. So maybe we could try searching
Sounds like a good plan.
while we're smelling the air for troll, whatever a troll smells like. Does it smell like unwashed human?
I don't know. What does an unwashed human like smell like?
Like beer?
No. No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Smells vile of evil, of horrible things.
Evil, the stench of evil.
Indeed.
I think whatever you smell, Rusty, is very strongly affected by the very strong presence of honey running down your arm.
Which now has a few
Honeyed
cat
evil.
furs.
Honeyed evil is the worst kind of evil. It lures you in. It's sweet, sweet taste.
So you guys going to be
diabetes.
begin searching?
Yes, I think so. I think I'm close to the ground, so I'm good at this. I'm good at searching for mushrooms.
Cool. You can do some survival checks to begin doing some what's the word? Foraging. That's the word I'm looking for.
Do you want your stinky net back? It were right good. Survival.
Probably gonna.
I'm rubbish at searching. I'm rubbish at searching for mushrooms, I am.
21.
21. What about everyone else get?
7.
Survival.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look.
Rusty thankfully doesn't have an allergy to bees, we've discovered.
Ooh.
Time for a new character.
Yeah.
As you immerse part of your body in bees. What did you get, sorry, Basque?
23.
23. Oh, showing off. And yeah, you guys are able to search the woods, and you do find many mushrooms in the usual spaces that you guys know to go searching and looking for them. You pick up what look like collections of regular kind of button mushrooms and kind of like wild forage, and you guys can collect enough for a few rations if you spend some time picking them. But none of them seem to have the unique kind of shape and that you've seen maybe around town of these picked hushberries. Do you all want to do some perception checks whilst you're looking around as well?
Yarp. 11.
22.
22. Basque's rolling rocks.
Whoops, a daisy. That one.
Rusty, sorry, Jump runs over and is like, I found one.
Dripping with black ichor. This one.
As
red spots.
And that's the end of Jump. 2 down, just Basque left. As you are leading the way, Basque, through these woods doing some foraging, I guess is Basque's kind of this is the more enjoyable side of hunting, I guess. This is the kind of stuff that Basque is into. You manage to check a few different areas, and as you get closer to maybe a cliff edge, where there's lots of shade, large parts of the day, you find a few more signs of mushrooms. And as you are getting closer, you do notice a small bundle of these mushrooms. What look like just underneath a small kind of leaned over tree, a small bundle of these mushrooms that you recognize to be hushrooms, or at least they look like what you think were hushrooms. But you also hear nearby, maybe not too far in the distance, maybe from somewhere along this cliff edge, the faint sound of voices.
Do they sound like, if I strain my ears, do they sound like a troll and a farmer's wife? Or do they sound like a Cockney geezer?
You hear the low grumbling noises that you may have associated in the past, or had described to you in the past by your siblings as troll-like noises. You hear echoes of your siblings kind of making these impressions, rumbling quietly through the woods.
So, okay. Yeah. Troll. I tell where it's coming from.
It appears to be coming from the mushrooms. As you've gotten closer to them, just
from the mushrooms.
The mushrooms just in front of you. As you can, as you're getting close to them, you can see like maybe there's a couple of bits of foliage, and then beyond that is the cliff edge, and it seems to be coming from that kind of direction.
Shall we? I think we're going to sneak up quietly again and hope we do better than last time.
Well, should I stay lookout for the troll? Because I don't think I clank.
How high is this cliff zone?
You guys are at the bottom of the cliff.
Right.
The cliff edge goes up above you, maybe about 20 foot, and somewhere over there. If anyone wants to go out and sneak a look, you might have a closer look. But you do notice, there are several of these patches of these mushrooms around, so it's a good find for that at least.
Well, I'll see if I can shimmy up, see what the commotion is. We're going to grab these mushrooms.
Yeah, I'll help you grab some mushrooms for sure.
Cool.
If I see it on the way up, I'll throw them down.
The shimmying up to get a look. Are you sneaking up, or are you literally shimmying up a tree? Or
I was going to try and climb up the rock face, cliff face.
oh, cool. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's cool. So
I get the sneeze. Like,
it's a fish net. Like in my head, it looks like a pool cleaning kind of pole. You know, like the long pole with a little net on the end. Just like. Huh?
I don't think I'll need the lucky net, but keep it on standby.
it would make me feel better.
And as you're naturally fairly stealthy, Rusty. Do you want to give an acrobatics check or an athletics check to climb your way along this rock face?
Ooh, 9.
A 9. As you are climbing along, you can be able to make it across, but maybe a few little pebbles tick-tock their way down the side of the cliff as you're moving along. But you can see that there is below you a cave opening with a small descending kind of divot into the ground leading into the side of the cliff face. And maybe you can get fairly close to it, above it, and you can hear that's where these sounds are coming from. And you hear the faint sounds of like the voice, let me go, from inside. And the angry from some sort of creature on the inside. Confirming, for all intents and purposes, that it is Tillian the Troll, which is the name of my next band. Basque and Jomp, are you guys foraging?
Yes, mushrooms. I'm waiting to hear from Rusty.
And give us some survival checks.
Survival.
Collect some shroomage.
Survival. Oh, 8 and a 9.
Oof.
8 and a 9.
Got
Yeah.
plus 6.
We've used up our rolls.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you go to these little white buttony mushrooms. You recognise they've got like the little black stalks underneath them that indicate that they are ink filled. And as you approach to pick them, the inky dots appear on top of the mushrooms, and same to the one next to it, and then on next to it, and they kind of pop these little dots, and you realise that they're all looking at you as a bunch of these little mushrooms kind of look up and stare and watch you for a moment.
Basque?
Mhm.
These mushrooms are looking at me. And this is not something that's ever happened to me before.
I think they're looking at me as well.
Hello?
As
Do we
you...
know?
Go on, sorry?
Is this normal? Is this normal for mushrooms? Would we know?
I don't think you would know. You've never been picking for mushrooms before. You've seen them picked in town. But as you lean in closer to say hello to them, they look up at you with almost Pixar-like eyes. And the bottom lip, where the ink is usually like squeezed out, it kind of opens up, and it's a little smiling mouth. Looks up at you, these little tiny mushroom things. And they lean back very gently.
Oh
And
no!
as they lean forward, they let out a wailing scream. As a...
That image is awesome.
Quite horrific in my mind.
I'm only named mushrooms, eh?
They are not. Is this why we've got to say hush? Is that the magic word?
As they scream aloud.
Oh, look at that picture.
You hear other pockets of them screaming around elsewhere around the edge of the cave. And Rusty, from your advantage point, probably slightly surprised by this noise as well, I imagine. But you hear the screaming inside come to an abrupt stop.
Dear.
And a gruff voice, What's that? And the loud thud stomping of a large creature making their way outside of the cave towards the screaming mushrooms outside. And that's probably where we're going to leave it for this week. Bit of an early finish, but we will see how we pick up on there. Yeah.
Is that perspective of teeth going back into the mushroom's mouth cavity, or are they fangs?
It's a little bit... You have to find out, I guess, when you come to pick them.
Words.
They look like they've got a good harmony going on. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
This won't be natural.
Cute or horrifying? Genuine.
As the wonderful Jomp and Rusty are surrounded by these creatures, and Jomp and Basque, as Rusty looks on in quite a good vantage point as this creature emerges from the cave, and that's what we're going to be picking up next time.
Fantastic.
Well done, guys! You survived another forest adventure. Rusty, as you are climbing the cliff face, I imagine the reason why you got a 9 is because it occurs to me that one of your hands is covered in a bee's as you're trying to climb, which probably would be making a bit of a problem.
And he's still trying to eat it as well.
It's like hooked on it, just gotta have a little bit more. Climb one, lick one, climb one. There's gonna be no honey left by the time we get to the end. But yes, thank you for joining me on this adventure, guys. We will find out what happens in Trolltown next week. In the meantime, I have been JStation64. Thank you so much for joining me today. You can find me on Sundays as I am playing Buck Bumble. The game, I've actually ordered it and it's arrived. As I'm playing a bee, which is quite appropriate. Flying around, shooting lots of enemy bugs. That's on my channel, JStation64, Twitch.com/JStation64. And over to Basque.
So I'm Ghost of Sunny. We have YouTube channel of Little Ghosty Games, which hopefully this weekend will have not just these games of Jammy Dodgers, but also next episode of Vaesen. Long tease, the anticipated, soon to arrive. So,
Part 2, the long-awaited part 2. And Amadan.
Hello there. I'll be seeing you all next week. I don't know why I did that accent.
that's Amadan's real accent. They've never revealed it. It's all been in character up till now.
Oh, was it? Mm-hmm.
And of course, RevTed.
Hello, I'm RevTed. I have a channel on YouTube called Revivify, which I have linked in the chat. Yes, I make videos about old things, computers mainly, not people, on the internet. So.
Have you put your link in the chat as well? Your
Yeah, I kind of merged two.
Oh, I see.
Together.
Okay, yeah. That looks like my one. Don't just show off my one. Show off yours.
No, stealing your work.
Yeah.
There you go. Done again.
There we go. You've done a whole flurry of videos recently.
Yeah, mostly on Dells.
Yeah. It's been good.
I have a lot of Dell computers, but yes, no, it's yeah, I'm getting there, keeping me entertained.
Yeah. My recommendation, which might sound like a backhanded compliment for RevTed's videos, is I have no real interest in old computers at all, but I really enjoy the videos because they're really relaxing and they're really interesting. So yeah, recommend watching them just for the sake of watching them. So yeah, it's very, very good. Oh, and also we forgot to shout out as well last week your wonderful little dragon friend that you picked up. Yeah, a real live dragon.
Yeah, official D&D merchandise as well.
Ooh,
profile shop.
No, no.
Nice.
Yeah. Very cute.
I like that and is the symbol of dragons. Remember that and is the most important part of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
As long as the and is there, we're all good. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. We will be back next week as I continue to troll these three wonderful players. Thank you, you and your adorable characters for joining me today. It's been super lovely.
I just got you a troll pun.
Very, very enjoyable. Almost unbearably enjoyable.
Whoa.
Oh.
I'm glad I could be of service.
Oh.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Have a wonderful week.
You're,
And we'll,
you're such a fun guy.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
Woohoo.
That is the pinnacle. That is it. We've peaked.
That's it. It's downhill.
Righty. Have a good week, guys, and we'll catch you next time. Thank you for joining us.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
then.